Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as, to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible. The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I like the look of this guy, Kai Havertz. I felt a little sorry for him when he first arrived in English football because I don't think he was playing in his correct position. And I know he was helped, but all the help in the world.
Rice! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Not the most convincing of passes. That's the throw. Rice. Bina. Threads one in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It is a corner, good chance. Still goalless at the moment. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Now there's a fine ball. Can he finish? And over, just.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that and it wasn't far away at all.
That has not gone well. Looking for the run. He's chosen to go back. Back when it goes. Tries a shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Arsenal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Could move up a gear here. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Bina. And he's been shifted off it. Eze. Zubimendi.
Arsenal can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Ødegaard. Madueke. A great leap! And that's a good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And it's Ødegaard. Shot, surely! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. Arsenal were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Arsenal are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. So straight into the second half. He is through here. Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
He has found the way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Mosquera did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's a promising position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Havertz knocks it into space, and he's quick to it. Chance for a shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Ødegaard really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
He's having a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Substitution in progress.
And now he has two. Arsenal find a position of real strength now. Good pressure, determined, intense. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Eze being hunted in packs.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
That's good play. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Tries to pass it through. Spread neatly. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Alvarez opts for safety. Pubil. Alvarez, and he cuts out the supply. Madueke.
Added minute has been indicated.
It's Rice. There will be 4 extra minutes. Oh, that's superb. Havertz! A whisker away from making it 4.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Rice goes short. He's had a shot! And that is as much as we have time for. Arsenal can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly.